time. I am gonna adjust these because the camera is not in the, or the knives are not in the position that I assumed they would be in before I started. So anyways, there we go. There we go. How is everybody doing tonight? I'm waiting for my computer to catch up with, there we go. It's coming. I have to watch my own ad. I'm sorry about the ads, everybody. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it anymore. I've had a couple more people go, oh my gosh, the ads, oh my gosh. So just so everybody knows, when you load up a video and there's a bajillion little yellow bars, only some of those are ads. In fact, probably just a couple of them. The bars represent areas where ads might appear depending on where you are in the video and where you started. YouTube does that. I don't get to control that anymore. I turn my monetization on because I like to get paid for the time that I put into the videos. When I do that, YouTube goes, click, click, boom. Here's a bunch of ads, right? So sometimes you get, 3 ads in 30 minutes, and sometimes you get 1 ad. But it's not my fault. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Thank you so much. I have some exciting stuff to share with you all tonight. Let's see here. Yeah, some of you guys saw my Hinderer on Instagram, right? I noticed that there are certain things that people will follow me for. I show my Instagram all the time, which is right here. An incentive to follow me on Instagram is you generally get a sneak peek at the stuff that I acquire well before it makes an appearance on YouTube. I post every single day, so if you have Instagram and you have not yet followed me, you usually get to see that stuff first. I'm very active on Instagram. I like to joke around with people, right? Let's see here. I got YouTube Red because of Cobra Kai. Kept it to avoid ads. It's not a bad idea. Here's the thing, guys. If you get YouTube Red, you don't have to watch ads, and I still make a little bit. So it's win-win for everybody. That's perfectly fine. Some people, will comment and be like, I got YouTube Red because your channel sucks. So screw you. And I'm like, that's fine. I still get paid. But that is a good way to avoid ads. It's just something you have to pay for, right? You get to watch stuff with ads for free and be annoyed, or you can pay to not watch ads, right? That's how it works, Let's see here. Hello, everybody. I think that Jason McManus, I think that's great that you got YouTube Red. I'm about to get it myself. I don't know why I don't have it. Hey, you got 80 people in here tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. We've got some interesting stuff out on the table. A couple of things you guys have seen and some things that you guys have not seen. Some weird stuff. As soon as we get to 100 people, I'll get that XM out. Oops, I just said what model it was. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. And the Hinderer that's in that box has never been done before. I wasn't trying. Here's the thing. Normally I'm like, I'm going to unbox it at the end of the live stream to make everybody wait because I'm a huge troll. No, I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to reveal it pretty early. That element is saved for something else tonight. Let's see here. What's that high speed, low drag on the left? This? the ZT? You want to see the box it came in? Oh, that's an old ZT box, ladies and gentlemen. What is this? Somebody help me out. Is this 2012 Zero Tolerance? I think it might be. Yellow and black. WTF. This is the legendary ZT0200. I finally had a viewer send one in, and it is a chunk. Oh my gosh, it is a chunk for sure. That's probably not an internet thing anymore to say, thick boy or chunk. I just think that's funny. When things are so big, like that they just can't help. Like this knife can't help that it is what it is, and it's just chunky, and it's funny. That's what it has to be, right? And it's junky. It's funny. Oh man, let's see. Alex Baker likes chocolate milk. I think most people do, unless you're lactose intolerant. I also enjoy chocolate milk. I think that's a good thing to like. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. ZT of old. Yeah, this is old. The old kingdom of zero tolerance. So I have an Adamas, or as the Benchmade rep, I talked with the Benchmade rep on the phone, and he pronounced it Adamus. Give me a 1 in the chat if you've pronounced it Adamas, and a 2 in the chat if you've pronounced it Adamus over the years. I have been pronouncing it Adamas. I think we might have been wrong, guys. I think all of us ones might have been wrong. Apparently this is Adamus. I don't know. Maybe that's just that rep. Who knows? The reason I have this is because, again, a viewer finally sent one to me. This is the old guy in D2. But I'm also going to be receiving a bunch of new Benchmades. And I'm hoping the Adamas, or Adamus, is there. So I'll have the old one to compare with the new one. And I think the mini as well. So yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, somebody else brought up the Commander of Battlestar Galactica thing. I think that was on. Oh, hey, did you guys go watch the episode of Knife Nuts podcast that I was on? If you haven't watched that yet, bookmark it or kind of put it in your memory or write it down or something. I was on the most recent episode of the Knife Nuts podcast with the 4 amazing co-hosts. That was a freaking blast. I had so much fun doing that. So go check that out. That was a lot of fun. Those guys are hilarious. Yeah, wonderful. I have their coins still in the pouch, keeping it minty fresh. Love the Knife Nuts podcast. I should have a permanent link in my description for the Knife Nuts podcast, actually. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I don't benefit anything. Somebody remind me. I think I'm going to start just putting the Knife Nuts podcast in my description because I really like them. They're cool. They're fun. And you know, I got this bad boy. Ah, man, I love this. This is going to be a gusher of a review, guys. Holy moly. Okay, we have over 100 people in here. You guys want to see my Hinderer? You guys want to see it? All right, here we go. Let's get this guy out. Oh, goodness. What do we have? What do we have? It's a blue boy. For now. This is an XM24 freaking harpoon Spanto. Oh my God. They finally did a harpoon Spanto XM24. Where can you get this right now? I want this. Knife Center exclusive. Knife Center has exclusive rights to the XM24 harpoon Spanto. Yeah, wowzers. This thing is beast mode, man. And here's the here it is up against my user XM18. We're going to talk about that here in a sec. There's a lot of people who apparently are like, he doesn't even use his knives. Shut up. This is the 3.5 inch, and then on top, the big boy is the 24. And for those of you who don't know, also 24 is also quite a bit thicker. Definitely all the way out to the tip. This is a monster knife. Love that thing. We're gonna put this guy right here, and we're gonna put the user right there. 20 CV on the blade there for the 24. Really cool. I'm so happy that exists. That's gonna be sticking around, and I now have two of them. Is my brother in here? Where is he? There he is. What do you see? And so is Chandler. What's up, Chandler? Oh man. So what's funny about this? I gotta tell you, anybody who was on my Instagram today, I got in a little bit of a, well, I thought it was just kind of a jokey skirmish with somebody, but it turned out the guy was actually bent out of shape. I'll tell this story because I got to be honest, the troll in me really hopes that he's watching, and we'll maybe, because I'm not going to highlight him. I don't want to send a bunch of hyenas after him. But so I posted this knife, and this guy jumped in on Instagram. Story time with Metal Complex, everybody. Guy jumps in on Instagram and he goes, "Why does Hinderer release these knives in such, in these goofy ass colors?" That's what he said. They're so ridiculous. And then he said something about it needing to be black or something. And I immediately was like, he's joking around. Like, this is just another person who jokes around with me. We have fun. And so I decided to do that thing where you latch onto one word and then you don't let it go just to be a troll. And so my response was, it's so you can pick, whatever goofy ass color you want to match your own goofy ass, And his response was equally sarcastic. And so I thought, okay, we're just playing a game. We're just having fun. That's legitimately what I thought. Apparently, the guy was a tea kettle. It was getting a little hot under the collar. And he was like, everybody just wants black. Like, that's what you want is the black. Like, why, that's like the best color. Those are the ones that always sell out. And I said, well, no, that's not. What I did was every response included the phrase goofy ass. I latched onto that because that was the element that was supposed to be reminding him, like, I'm still joking around, right? So I made it, I worked that into every single comment. All these are gone now after I realized he was mad. But I was like, that's not true, man. I was like, dude, sometimes like there are a bunch of different colors because people prefer different colors. And there's all these contrasting like bits of hardware that you can get in different, anodizations. And, sometimes certain colors sell. It depends on the model. It depends on preferences, right? Black sometimes sells out first, but I was like, it was available initially when I picked mine. And truthfully, I ordered, and he was like, no, that's not true. Every single time that black sells out first. And I was like, no, dude, no. But I was still joking. I was like, no. I've watched like every release of every Hinderer. Sometimes black sells out. Sometimes other colors sell out. Jade sells out super quick. Purple and like the lime green, if they do those, they sell out. And I was like, and he was like, be honest, you wanted black and you settled for blue. And I was like, no, I bought a different color scale. I can show you the email confirmation, you goofy ass. Like I kept saying that, and I was like, this is another example of, and I put in quotes, angry guy from the internet doesn't know what's going on, or doesn't really know what he's talking about, and he got so upset and I was like, I think here's the comment that drove him over the edge, because I realized he was angry because he started to get a little snippy, and he was like, Hinderer would sell so much more if he just made everything in the colors that everybody really wants. Nobody wants these ridiculous colors on these serious knives. And I was like, man, you know what? I was like, it's so crazy that the Hinderer knife company has managed to be so successful on pure luck, right? Instead of the absolute facts that you've been feeding us. I for one am grateful to bask in the glorious light that is your excellent wisdom, just dripping with sarcasm. And the dude just like flew off the hook, and he was like, he's threatened to report me for calling him names. For saying goofy ass over and over and over again. So I just got rid of him. But yeah, so just so everybody knows, I really was just joking around with him. I joke around with everybody. Yeah, apparently the guy was, and then I went to look at his Instagram, and guess what? The two knives that he had posted had the ano the ano thing that Olamic Cutlery does. Well, they did it first. But it was the random, like, it looks like lightning bolts and it's all different colors. Both of his knives were rainbow anodized. And I mean both, like, he had two knives. And they were rainbow ano. So what the heck? I just didn't understand. So like, okay, whatever. There's 184 people in here. You guys really like to hear stories about me trash talking. Normally, I don't do that. Normally, I try to be really nice, but I do. Here's the thing. I'm a knife reviewer. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell people what I think in every single moment. And sometimes I go a little overboard in my comment section, but I try to, if I step over the line, I try to tell people, I'm sorry, I was getting a little bit out of shape there. No, if I feel like somebody's way out of line, I usually tell them. And, hey, Alex's Knife Box is in here, guys. What's up, Alex? This is the gentleman who lent me his Olamic Busker and his Sharp by Design Arch Nemesis. Say what's up to Alex, and then immediately go subscribe to Alex's Knife Box. He's awesome. He did an amazing video with Advanced Knife Bro here recently on Greatest and Cutlery knives, and it's awesome and hilarious and very informative. It's super cool. So yeah, welcome, Alex. So anyways, so yeah, that's my story for the day of getting somebody super heated up about the color of XM scales and how they can only be black, and Hinderer knives would be much more successful as a company if they only released, or at least released in excess, their models with black scales. I like black scales, but sometimes we like different colors, right? They do release, Ruben Arbrigo, they do release every now and then XMs in pink. You can actually get a pink scale and a yellow scale. A lot of people don't know that. Let's see here. I should go back and answer some questions. I'm sorry. I've been like telling this story for so long. Let's see. You can have any color you want as long as you want black. Knives are so serious. Oh, colors are stupid. Stupid blue and orange and green. Stupid. God, take it seriously. It has to be tactical for the shadows behind Walmart. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would take a Rainbow Anno XM18 scale. If Rick Hinderer released a full Rainbow Anno tie scale and wanted $250 for it, you bet. It's already bought. It's already bought. 100%. I would buy it just to watch people get upset. Not that you guys would, but just like the guy who's just like scrolling around on YouTube looking for stuff that makes him mad, right? I would buy it just for like that guy. Just for Bill, right? If you guys watch my upload today, you know who Bill is. Let's see. Michael Conan, Open L's the only knife you ever need, bro. Why do you need more than that? Oh man, story about the Open L. So tomorrow morning, you guys are getting a special knife guy because the guest on the show tomorrow is the one and only Nick Shabazz, and we talked for close to an hour and 15 minutes. All I'm going to say is this: Nick Shabazz created my nightmare in the middle of that, in the middle of our discussion, and we laughed. I cried a little bit internally, but I made it through. And yeah, so you guys will have to watch that tomorrow morning. It was a freaking blast. I very much enjoyed our conversation. I have many thoughts on what his face looks like. Any input? I didn't see his face, and I didn't ask. I think it's really funny that he doesn't show his face. I think he said this before. It's kind of just, it's become such a long-running joke that he just is continuing to do it. But yeah, no. To me, Nick just looks like Batman. You know? I have no idea. I feel like he's really tall. I feel like he's 6.5 feet tall. I don't know why I think that, but I feel like maybe he is. Let's see. No, his accent's not a joke, at least as far as I can tell. That'd be hard to keep that up, you know, if it was. But no, I think I believe 100% it's not like people don't talk like. That's like saying the first time you hear a Midwestern accent that it's like, is that fake? No, there are I mean, people from all over the United States that talk different ways, right? Let's see. He did a video in a car once going to a knife show. Really? I didn't know that. I felt like I've seen almost every single upload. Chandler, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Chandler is a friend from my hometown, and I think we've known each other since probably middle school. Probably, at least. Something around there. People are asking about the PM2 Tanto giveaway. Oh, I should get that out. What am I doing? Hang on. It's not tonight. It's not tonight, guys. I'm saving that for an event, but I promise you, I'm gonna give that knife away. Not gonna keep it for myself. Absolutely not. It will be a giveaway item. Hang on. I totally forgot. I forgot. Let me find it. Here it is. Hang on. Hey, thanks for coming in tonight, everybody. This is cool. I honestly didn't expect to break 200, but it looks like that's what we're gonna do. Woo, boy! Shabam! Oh man. Oh, M4. Satin finish is good looking. I shot for the DLC, like you guys heard in the video. And at first I was like, oh man, but then I got the satin and I get it in hand and I'm like, that looks pretty good. Ooh, baby, that's nice. M4. Gonna keep this guy in the package and in the, well, for tonight he'll hang out here just for a little bit. Try not to do what I did to the smock. But yeah, that'll be is the live stream dying? Nope, we're okay. But yeah, I'll keep that with the salt pack and keep the blade in good shape for the winter. The Juicer, $9.99. Thank you for that donation. For the Tanto, ? No, but thank you so much for donating to the live stream. He's not serious. The Juicer is in most of my live streams. I know he's joking around. Let's put that up there. Pilar. Yeah, so weird. I've never reviewed the large Pilar. Never reviewed it on this channel. It's just time to do that. Michael Godat, thanks for the donation. Didn't you hear Opinel is coming out with in carbon fiber, titanium color, and M390? Barf, terrible. I really hope that's not true. I feel like it's not. But if it is, why? No. Hate it. Don't want it. That's poo-poo town. Population, nobody. What is the Civivi? What is this? Somebody help me. This is the crazy copper, the carbon fiber copper shred, whatever, copper flake, some copper speckled. I don't know what you call this exactly. And then the Damascus Insight. This is the super upgraded version of the Insight. This is one of the nicest knives I've ever seen, coming in originally at under $100. I should have reviewed it when it was available. It isn't. It's beautiful, but I'll definitely I'll cover that one. Yeah. Here's something that people might find interesting. This is the box for the PM2 Tanto. It is not that box. Anyways, that's pretty ridiculous for sub 100. Yes, it is. It is very. Desert Smeagol says, then what's in there? What's in here? There's something in there. A brand new Spyderco that's not a custom mod, not as aftermarket mod. Well, it's brand new. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Nobody will ever be able to guess what's in there, and it's because it is a variant, a slight alteration on a, and I mean alteration, I don't mean like aftermarket alteration. I mean factory Spyderco that literally nobody has ever seen. For that reason, I can't show you. It's just there to be there and to generate interest, right? That's why it's there. I'm being honest. You guys will eventually find out, but it's not going to be tonight. I'm literally not allowed. I'm literally not allowed to show you. I'm so cool. I'm so cool. I'm not allowed to show you. I have a Spyderco that you haven't seen yet, and I'm not allowed because I'm so cool. But I do want to tease people because it's fun. It's fun. That's why you guys come to the live stream. You come here to be messed with. I know you do. Oh, man. M, thanks for the donation. Have a good night, buddy. Have fun. Be safe. Thanks. Let's see. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's not anything like, oh, my God. Like, it's going to be like a world-shattering. No, it's just cool. Like, and I got an opportunity to be one of the first, I guess, to show it. But yeah, no, it's just a really interesting variant. And when I heard, like, you know, when they were like, do you want to look at, you know, and I was like, yeah, for sure. So all I can show you is the box. Hopefully it's not shaped like some furry dream life or something. Man, that is an element that I really hope never crosses over. I feel like the furry thing, that's just something that I don't understand. So, I mean, like, no judgment. If you're into that, that's fine. I just really don't want there to ever be a knife with that theme. I really don't. Oh, boy. Let's see. Yeah, where is Lavender Pants, huh? Holy moly. No, I won't shake it. Stacy. Yeah, you have. You've just met. Here's my new Hinderer. It's right here. If you clicked on the thumbnail to see my new Hinderer, it's an XM24 Harpoon Spanto. Knife Center exclusive. There's still a few left. They're expensive, but I guarantee they'll go fairly quick at some point. I'm holding out for a titanium scale. Now I got two, so whichever one comes first, that's going to be the first. I'm going for the first full titanium XM24 on YouTube in probably freaking 10 years. I think there might be one or maybe two uploads in existence that show a very old Gen 1 or Gen 2 XM24 with a titanium scale. And that was the last time that it existed. There was a short run, a very short run, of not skinny, but full thickness XM24 titanium scales that had been milled out around the time that the Generation 5 XM18 3.5 inch came into play. They were sold on Monkey Edge. They are milled. There were like 5 of them, and then they were gone. Other than that, they just have, and I have no idea where they went. No idea. Let's see here. A 24 ounce. It is heavy. 7.8 ounces overall. 7.8 ounces is the total weight. Is that a full size Adamas and is new? No, that's the old D2 one, but I should be getting my hands on the new one when it is, like, immediately when it's available. Alex Baker says, I have all 5, $800 a piece. Let's talk after the live stream. Anyways, deadlock review eventually. Oh, like the OTF? I would love to. I just need to get somebody to send me one. Absolutely. I would love to review that knife. You can get well, not a holster. You can get a leather pouch, like a leather holster pouch for the XM24 and XM18 if you want. I think they're $100. I think I've seen them on DLT Trading. We see the Adamas. Benchmade's heavy hitter. It's a big knife, guys. Big knife. And for those of you who don't know, there's also an automatic variant. It's the scariest automatic you've ever handled. Anybody who's ever fired the automatic Adamas Do you remember the first time you fired it? It scared the crap out of you because your hand is not in the best position. You have to pull down on the axis lock to get it to fire, so you're not braced for impact. And then the evil trebuchet that is the spring in that thing throws that monstrous blade into the lock position. I would venture to guess 50% of the people who handle the Auto Adamas for the first time drop it or throw it. It blew me away the first time I handled it. Was it you that described it as a trebuchet? Yeah, I described it as exactly that on the Knife Nuts podcast. Exactly. That's what me and Levin were laughing about because he said the first time I handled it, it just like blasted open and he accidentally cut himself. And I was laughing so hard. I'm imagining him, he said he cut himself and it just shocked him and then he just tried to casually put it down like nothing had happened because he was at a gun show. I laughed so hard because it's not like ha 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 noob, no, because that's what it's like. I understand why that happened. That's funny. It's scary. It's so powerful. But here's the thing: for those of you going, the Auto Adamas is sold out. They're bringing back the Auto Adamas. You'll be able to get the new large Adamas in manual or automatic, and in crew wear, and in the tungsten coating, or an FDE coating. And with black or OD green scales, wonderful. And then the mini Adamas is there too. I kind of hope they do a mini auto. Let's see here. You returned your teal. I call this cyan. Is it teal? Is teal a different color than cyan? Is teal more blue and cyan more green? Does this even matter? Why am I saying this? I mean, it's an 8-5 and it's a lightweight and it's S90V and it's not horribly expensive. I think I like the 8-5. I think it's really underrated. Honestly, I think it's easily overshadowed by its other American brothers, but it's a good knife. Teal is more green, cyan is blue. Well, God bless America. I didn't know that. I put cyan in the thumbnail for that thing, which you guys haven't seen yet. Gosh darn it. Dag nabbit. Damn it, Bobby. Cyan is green. Cyan's more green. Murder Gorilla had the 64 pack of crayons, so there you go. I mean, we got to lean on the wisdom of Murder Gorilla. And honestly, I mean, like, the kid who had the 64 pack of crowns, and especially the God kid who had the 128 pack, it was like, that guy knows all the colors. Like, that guy sees everything. He sees beyond space and time. He knows about colors we didn't even know existed, right? I had, I was a kid with the 12. I just had 12, right? So, yeah, I didn't know all the colors. Robin's egg blue. Good memories, yeah. I was the kid who, when the teacher was like, everybody get out your glue, my glue had been halfway open inside my desk and like leaking, so the tip was totally plugged. The glue had leaked out all over the place and created that. Did you guys do that thing where you intentionally poured out a circle of glue in your desk and let it harden and then scraped it up? And then the next day, whoever had the biggest one was the winner of 3rd grade? Please tell me somebody else did that. Please tell me somebody else did that. I did that. Right? And it was like you were king of the castle for the day. Oh, did you see Tim's glue circle? It was like it looked like a pancake. Oh my gosh. And then everybody at recess would hold Tim above their shoulders. Glue king, right? Next day, you were nobody. You were a peasant because there'd be a new glue king. Let's see. Oh, Mike says, no, we did math. So my brother was a 4.0 student in high school and did everything right and was a star athlete. I was, let's just say, not a 4.0 student. I was athletic and good at some things, not everything. And I definitely did not do everything right. Stasa23, thanks for donation. Hello, I'm the glue king. Subscribe to Stasa23. Absolutely do that. Glue king, all hail, glue king. Raise your swords. Raise your swords for the glue king. Knights. I don't want to say command, request. I request a raising of the swords for glue king Stasa. What is this live stream? What has this turned into? This is insane. I don't, it's like I get 30 minutes into these and I don't even know where I am anymore. Does it matter? Oh, somebody had a knife question. Any experience of Hinderer titanium scale worn out by bearing? No. I actually have a, here, I'll show you actually. I have, let me get my king crowner here. This bad boy, still safe. This guy is old. It originally was mounted on a Gen 3 XM18, then a few Gen 4s. One of them was mine. I acquired this from somebody on the collectors group. And then it's been on tons and tons and tons of Gen 6s. And all of them, the bearing race has been in exactly the same spot. I literally can't even feel it. It's just a mark that's there. I have flipped Hinderer blades on this scale thousands of times. Thousands. The only issue that you might experience is if you over-tighten the pivot. If you crank that pivot down so hard that the bearings make an indentation in the titanium, then you might have a problem. But that's something that can happen on a steel surface as well. And that's one of those things where it's like, don't do that. Don't crank your pivot down that much, right? You're not going to have the right action anyway, so just be careful about that. No, I've never experienced that, but I would imagine if you have over-tightened on a titanium scale, that could occur. Less likely to occur with steel, but it can occur. I wanted an 80-20 so bad. You'll be able to get one, I would imagine, somewhat soon. There's going to be more. 210 people in here tonight. Thank you so much, guys. This is fun. Leith Jones, sup, bro? Love the content. Thank you, Leith. Welcome to the live stream. Really nice. Let's see here. 80-20 shilling. Schling or shilling? Let's see. I love it when people in my comment section are like, "You're a shill. You're obviously a Spyderco shill. You're obviously a Hinderer shill. You're obviously a Benchmade shill. You're obviously a Kershaw shill. You're obviously been called an everything shill. You know why? Because I review everything." That doesn't make sense. No, I review the stuff that I want to review because I think I'm gonna like it, which is the general consistency with my content. But that's a conclusion that new people come to. He said nice things about something that other people like. Shill! Let's see here. I guess I brought that on myself because you guys weren't even talking about shill. You were saying shilling. I thought it was shilling. Let's see here. Yeah, we're all, exactly as you said, we're all folding knife shills. Okay, here's an example of a shill. Somebody who's diehard Android, and they're a tech reviewer, right? Diehard Android. Then they get a sponsorship through Apple, and then they do a review on the new iPhone, and they're like, "It's the best. The GPU and the new Super AMOLED something Super Rainbow AMOLED." Okay, yeah, that's a shill. But you know what? Whatever. It's like, if you recognize it, here's what you have to do. Whenever I watch a video and I realize that's what's happening, I go, "Oh, I'm just not going to watch this." And then I go on with my life. That's all it takes. Let's see. Yeah, Jeffrey S. This is the first time I've ever had the Adamas on the channel, which is crazy. Glue King is the new war pickle. I really hope tomorrow somebody's puts that on social media with no context and people are just like, what? The Glue King? It's always funny to watch people be confused about something that's just an inside joke that makes no sense. Kiefer says Dolica. The Dolica has a special place directly north of the screen, and it's always here. It's always with me. It's locked out right now. Wonderful. Quality. Quality. Sean O'Donnell. What's up, MC? Android Shill here. What is the most goofy-ass QC you've ever experienced from a new knife? Oh, boy, that made me laugh. Thanks for that donation. The goofiest quality control I've ever experienced. Well, truthfully, like 4 years ago, I would say past 4 years ago, some Benchmades, Spyderco's China line, you get a tenacious, and there's a 50% chance it's not going to be anywhere close to centered. The Ontario Rat is all over the place. Probably the first time I handled the Gerber fastball was pretty goofy, but they have made some improvements, I think. Let's see. But now, just to be clear, Spyderco and Benchmade, like everything that I've handled has been mega spot on. That Tanto PM2 is perfect, and every new Benchmade that I've handled, like the 945 BK-1 here, it's flawless. I mean, fit and finish is spot on. Fully fall shut. You can see there. Oh yeah, centered. Can I show that on camera? Can you guys see? Centered, and you'll have to take my word, but it's solid. Absolutely. Yeah, detent lash is poo-poo. I hate detent lash. I will send a knife back for detent lash. Not if it's a budget knife. If it's a sub $50 knife, I'm like, that sucks, but okay. But if it's a 200, like if it's well over $100 and I have detent lash, it's going back. There's not much that I'll send a knife back for, but detent lash sucks. Yeah, Benchmade is definitely stepping up. Definitely. There's still going to be anomalies. You're still going to have people like, nah. You know, that's just going to be there. The Yelp review guys are always going to be there. But, yeah. Detent lash is when, here, use my, so, close your knife. I'm about, anybody who's got a detent operated knife right now, if you're holding it, everybody's sweating going, am I about to find out that there's a flaw with the thing I love? Maybe. When you close it right here, if you can feel the blade wiggling up and down, not just, it's going to move a little bit because that ball is trying to come out of the hole, but if it's got space where it's clicking, like if you can shake it in the closed position and hear click, 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 or if it's a flipper and you can move up and down on the flipper tab and you can feel the blade clicking up and down in the closed position, you've got detent lash, and that is poo-poo. I do not like that. That's what happened with that ZT0392 black green that I bought on the secondary market, and I said, is there detent lash? And he was like, no, bro. No, not that I can tell. No, bro. You're going to have to handle it for yourself, bro. So I did, and it had the worst detent lash. Like someone put the wheel of your car back on your car and didn't screw the lug nuts in. Detent lash. Terrible. Ricardo Vasquez, thank you so much for that donation. He says, MC Gang. MC Gang! What does PewDiePie do? Well, he used to go, full gang, oh! Yeah, I watch PewDiePie. I definitely do. I've watched him forever. Glad he's out of the controversy phase. But no, I don't want to do, I don't want that to be a thing for this channel. It's funny, but thank you, MC Gang. I started watching him when Happy Wheels was big. That's how long it's been. Oh, I started watching him when he was only at 15 million. So, kind of OG. I started watching him when everybody started watching him. Happy Wheels. Let's see. Got a screenshot of it, but oh well. Happy for Orange. He's new, so very happy for him. What? What's left of the Civivi? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Somebody sent this to me. Somebody donated. Oh, well, I think they donated. I've got to check with them again. This is the Outdoor Edge Onyx EDC. What the heck is going on with the blade? Are you ready? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it has detachable blades. It came with like 3 extra ones. This is a $20 knife. Is it quality? You know, it feels like a really cheap lockback. And it doesn't have any up and down blade play or side to side blade play. And the edge is pretty well done. Initially, and when I did the unboxing, I thought, well, here's going to be the problem. This little lip right here is going to get in the cutting path. So I sliced a piece of paper with it. Here, let me plug Blade Shops real quick before I cut this up. Blade Shops is the gentleman who created this mini Kapara. So check out Blade Shops if you want to modify some larger knives. So I thought, this will slow this down if I slice this piece of paper. Nope, apparently not. I imagine it might get hung up on more dense material. I have no idea what the blade steel is. But yeah, the Outdoor Edge Onyx EDC. 20, 25 bucks, something like that. It sure is interesting. We'll be talking about it. Is Slicey in here? Oh, there's Slicey. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Subscribe to Slicey Dicey. Put that bad boy right back there. Frank One Bit. Great, man. Regards from Germany. Hey, welcome. Thanks so much. Frank One Bit. The chop knives are really cool. I think that's really, really neat. Yeah, it is a Kershaw Emerson. Help me out here, aficionados. Is this the Kershaw Emerson CQC 8 or CQC 13? I can never remember. I think this is the 8. This is the very first time I have ever handled an Emerson. And this is a collab. It's not even a true Emerson. First time I've ever handled it. We'll talk about it in the review. CQC 11? Yeah, I'll forget. When I do the review, I'll have it right. Slice It Icy versus MC Glue King battle. Glue King! Glue King, Glue King, Glue King! Excuse me. Let's see. OTF or flipper? I mean, like, for level of satisfaction, OTF for sure. But like long run user, like if I'm gonna like, you know, use it all the time and I can only have one for the rest of my life, I'd go the flipper. Manual flipper for sure. Let's see. It's weird in here tonight. Yeah. My goal is to always be weird. I feel like that's a key. I mean, not like fake weird, not like I force it all the time, but I feel like a key to just like YouTube in general is to not be afraid to be weird or to be yourself. To say exactly what you're thinking as long as it's not offensive or, well, you shouldn't be, you should find a way to just not, to be generally not offensive, right? I mean, like, I do care about what other people think to that extent. I want to be welcoming to as broad an audience as possible. And that is how I think. But I also definitely want to be weird. I definitely want to be myself. But what is weird? I mean, we're all weird. Everybody's weird, right? Not like, oh, I'm such an outcast. I'm so weird. No, everybody's weird. That's just, it's the irony is that being weird or being an outcast is actually a trend. Being the out crowd is actually being the in crowd. We're all being sold on that idea to buy clothes. Kiefer, thanks for the donation. Don't tell Slicey I'm here. Shh, I won't. The Juicer, thanks for that donation. Hashtag stay weird. I will. In is out and out is in. Yeah. It's all a marketing tactic for... I'm convinced it's a marketing tactic for teenagers. Right? Do you feel weird? Do you feel left out? Do you feel like you're different? Come shop at wherever. Clothes for people who feel like they are different, but subconsciously just want to dress like everybody else who also feels like they're different because being different is cool. Everybody's different. Everybody is technically unique, and we all have different tendencies to be more or less the same way. There's nothing wrong with any of it. Slicey. Did you buy a 24 you'll actually carry? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Probably not with that guy. I mean, if I'm being honest. No, I have a user right there. That guy gets beat on all the time. I love that guy. It makes more sense anyway. I just don't really like carrying the XM24. The XM24 is just more fun to have for me. It's more fun to just, you know, flip and, you know, it's a build. You know, it's like a it's like buying a vehicle just to turn it into something else and just enjoy it for the thing that it becomes. But I love the Harpoon Spanto. So now I've got a user, and then I've got another one that I probably won't use. Oh, you want an 80-20 schling? That's what people are talking about. Okay, here we go. Schling! Yeah, that never gets old. Still play with that knife all the time. What's going on here? Is this a knife sale? Steve Kluver, one of my very first subscribers. I feel like Steve Kluver was literally one of the first 10 subscribers on this channel. We raise swords for Steve Kluver because I still see his comments periodically. Still see him popping in. I'll never forget the Robot Chicken logo. Don't ever change that. Thanks for the donation. It's not a knife sale. Thanks for popping in here, Steve. Tier 1 Gear and ADC Reviews is also in here. You guys should sub to him as well. Let's see. What would it take to sell the 80-20 hypothetically? No. Not anything that's in the realm of sane. Not literally. I mean, like, nobody would ever offer me $5,000 for this, but I won't do it at $5,000. No, because I want to. Here's the thing: if all of a sudden they became massively available, and I thought I could turn right back around and buy another titanium one for $600 right after that, sure, give me $5,000 and I'll just get another one, right? But no, I really want to keep that. That's how powerful my obsession with that is. I know that no one will offer me. It's not like me trying to secretly like, but if you really want it, message me after the. No, don't, because I don't want to sell it. What's your favorite fixed blade, or do you really mess? Do you know really mess? I want at least one good fixed blade. I really like the SC. What is it? Is it the SE4? But the choil's not big. Truthfully, my favorite fixed blade ever. Like if I was gonna like one fixed blade and I was gonna beat the crap out of it forever, I think it's the Rat 5. It's essentially the SE5 with a thinner blade stock and a really fat handle for whatever reason. But it's not an expensive knife. What is it? It's between $60 and $80. It's $10.95. Not the ultimate heat treat for $10.95. I think it comes in at $57, which is fine for $10.95. That's probably, honestly, my favorite fixed blade just because I know that I'd want to beat on it. But my favorite fixed blade I've ever handled from an enthusiast standpoint, Strawberry Rocket Fuel. Awesome name. Thanks for that donation. The discontinued Chris Reeve. Does it start with an N? What is the Chris Reeve fixed blade that's discontinued that I handled and I was like, oh my god. That's my favorite fixed blade that I've ever handled, just like oogling over all the little elements. Niala, thank you, the Niala. The Niala drop point in the gray micarta was beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see. If Giant Mouse were to make a crossbar / ball bearing locking knife, would you be interested? Crossbar. I don't know what that means. I mean, I like Giant Mouse, so probably on like a basic level. Kaiser Shard. You mean Concept Shard? I like the Concept Shard. 80-20 beats Koenig. They're two totally different knives. I mean, like, somebody who doesn't like the really angular, like, kind of, like, the 80-20 is more muscular, right? The 80-20 is like a drag car, and the Koenig Arius is like an exotic supercar that's got power, but it's better at cornering with power. The Koenig Arius is much more like, it's much less angular. Like, there's the edges are smoother. Not that this isn't, right? But it's like, I don't know. It's like a Lamborghini Aventador versus a Dodge Demon, right? Dodge Demon will beat the Aventador off the line and in a drag race, and I think even at top speed. But would I want to race an Aventador on a track with curves and turns? No, not at all. Strawberry Rock Fuel MC. Forgot the question. Forget the question on the first donation. LOL. Thanks for making and comp video of your box cutter guide. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, thanks, man. I don't know what the deal is with it. So I held back on like the jokey, goofy voices forever because I thought like if I'd start doing that, like, because I do that in real life a lot when I'm imitating some hypothetical person. I do it when I imitate myself as well. It's not. I mean, we all do that. We all have that voice. I've been waiting in line for 20 minutes. What's the deal? We all do that. We make fun of people who are agitated over silly things, right? But I didn't do that for so long because I was like, I'm gonna make people mad, and then I started doing it, and you guys thought it was funny. So I just let it fly more often. Like when it comes naturally, I just let it fly. I have about 8 different voices that I do for various different, types of annoyed people, and they're interchangeable. For whatever reason, one of them is Hank Hill. I don't know. I love King of the Hill. Absolutely. Oh, let's see. Yeah, there's 236 people in here and only 131 likes. And only 5 dislikes. Like or dislike the live stream, I don't really care. But, for God's sakes, it should be more than, 142. That took me way too long. Let's see. My favorite one was the Billy Mays impression you did. Can't remember that. I can't remember. Oh, where I was imitating, like, the guy, like, that was actually that line was from a Magic Hugs bit. Something about eating spaghetti in the bathtub. I can't remember. I can't do it on the spot. It has to be natural. Blade Freak. Hey, where's my knife? Is it still safe? You have to remind me on the spot. So I actually have a new safe, and the knives stay in the safe now. But all the notes for which knives belong to which people are stored in 2 places. The physical note is stored with the knife in the safe, and the double of the note is stored in my phone, and it's organized. So you'll have to remind me which one's yours, and then I will tell you. But yeah, if you send me a knife, it's here and safe. Oh yeah, you sent me the 0392? Yes. Hey Blade Freak, I'm probably gonna go for that. I'm just gonna let you know. That one's in the safe, and the key is where the key is right now. So, yeah, the ZT0392. I think I'm very interested in that, buddy. We'll talk about that really soon. I just made a big purchase, obviously, but yeah, well before it's time for that thing to come back, if I wasn't going to pick it up, yeah, we'll make that. If you're still okay with that, we'll make that happen. Awesome. Blade Freak took excellent care of that ZT0392, and it is in just the right shape for what he wants for it. So, thank you. I appreciate that. Now people are going to message him going, I'll pay way more just to be a dick. I can't stop him, but it's like, I want it. And he made me a fair offer on it. So yeah, happy to do an honest deal with a good guy who took good care of it. And it's solid. It's a solid example. That thing is in great shape, and it has checks all the little boxes that I look for. So, and I'm gonna do a custom build on it if we make that as soon as the transaction's final, and I'm allowed to customize it. I'm gonna change a few things, but I'm not gonna touch it until that happens because that's not the right thing to do. Steve Kluber, thanks for the donation. Great job on the podcast too. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Thank you. I was nervous because, it's the Knife Nuts podcast, guys. Like, I was nervous. I was in unfamiliar territory, but they were very nice. Really cool. Treehouse Gaming TV looked up the Kaiser shard. It's a knife. Kaiser also makes a shard, and Concept makes a shard. Considering a lot of the people from Concept used to work at Kaiser, it's interesting. Okay. The Juicer, sending you a Gerber Paraframe. Do not. I'd almost rather EDC the Openo than a Gerber Paraframe. No, thank you. No. I would rather EDC a carrot, like just a whole carrot, than the Gerber Paraframe. I would rather EDC a yogurt lid covered in the extra dry yogurt that for whatever reason formulates on the top of the yogurt lid, right? I would rather EDC that rolled up than the Gerber Paraframe. No, thank you. Getting subs is making it late to the live stream, but I see the Outdoor Edge made it on the table. I need Love It MC. Dude, I kind of do. It's so weird, man. It's so different and bizarre. You'll get a kick out of the unboxing because I just did not understand what the heck I was looking at, and I think that comes up in the next week or so. But yeah, I'm enjoying that on a weird level. I just like seeing different stuff. It's fun. I would rather. Slice says EDC and Openo or Paraframe. I'd almost rather EDC the Openo. I freaking hate the Paraframe. I hate it. But here's the thing. I don't hate Gerber. I'm actually rooting for Gerber because they're showing promise. And they're like, well, Gerber's got to impress me. They got to impress me or I'm just not going to. No, Gerber probably doesn't really care what I think. But, like, do I hate the Paraframe? Yes. Would I rather EDC an Openo than the Paraframe? I think so, but not by a lot. Here's the thing. The Openo is admittedly a good knife. The Paraframe, to put it the way that, well, actually, no, he didn't say about that. He said it about H1 steel. The Paraframe is garbage and mashed potatoes lit on fire. Not good. Let's see here. Doc777, thanks for the donation. Benchmade Mini Freak or Doug Ritter Mini RSK. I'm new to this and I can't decide. Please help. Well, here's the thing. They're both excellent. I think I've actually done that battle before. You'll have to go to my playlist and check out Battle and the knife battles. Battles and Comparisons is the name of the playlist. But to save you the trouble of doing that if you don't want to, I'm going to tell you right now, they're both excellent. If money's not an issue, you can't choose wrong. The Doug Ritter is better by default because, well, if we're comparing the standard, is there a standard Mini Freak that's not S90V? The base, if there is a version of the Mini Freak that's not S90V, the base version is going to be less expensive. But I'd rather pay more money and have the Mini RSK because it's a better rounding of materials, right, for the design. And then the upgraded version in carbon fiber and S90V has elements that I don't necessarily care about and is way more expensive. Guys, it's really hard to beat the RSK or Mini RSK. That knife is still freaking stupid good. It's hard. And that's a KnifeWorks exclusive. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, you got to go to Knife Works to buy it. The Hogue Ritter, the one that I show in every single video as a size comparison knife, and its little brother, the Mini RSK. Really hard to beat those guys. Really hard. Good day from Australia, Darren Bowley. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Hello. Thank you for joining. You still have an American-made Gerber multi-tool. That's cool. I feel like those aren't super all over the place. Tungsten Curbide says, so I've been looking at knives above 300. I've gotten it down to the Umnumzon and Firetech Triway. What do you think? Man, that's freaking hard. That's difficult. So the Umnumzon is definitely, in my opinion, the best Chris Reeve knife. Definitely. It's excellent. The thing that bothers me, even though some people view it as a benefit, the O-rings on the stops and the studs, they take away from the whole like loud clacky thing that I kind of like when I'm fidgeting with my knife. So to double down on that, there's no fidget factor really with the Umnumzon. It's just like, just open it and it doesn't make much noise and there you go. So if fidget factor doesn't matter at all to you and you're big on the full tie thing, then go with the Umnumzon. But if any of that, the fidget factor and sound and all that clickiness matters to you at all, and you don't necessarily care that it's not full tie for about the same amount of money, go with the Firetech. I think they're both excellent though. Matt on Yak, thanks for that huge donation. I appreciate that. Been carrying / using a bug out, Malibu, Shaman, PM2 Tanto M4. I'm tempted to step into a Chris Reeve, Hinderer, or Strider, but I have never handled any of their knives. Or should I just get the titanium scales for my Shaman? If you're already considering a Chris Reeve, Hinderer, or Strider, you will always consider it. No matter what you go with next, if you don't go to that level. So I'm going to tell you right now, you'll actually save money in the long run by just going ahead and picking up a Chris Reeve. I can tell you, it's probably a good idea to wave off the Strider because it'll be more stress trying to hunt one down. I like Striders, but I don't think they're worth the extra money over a Chris Reeve or a Hinderer, and they're definitely not worth the extra stress of picking one up. Between Chris Reeve and Hinderer, both will make you happy, and you'll probably end up with both in the long run, right? I did. I definitely have bought myself an Nkosi. I've also bought myself an Umnumzon, and I bought multiple Hinderers. I ended up leaning on the Hinderers. I feel like that's more me. If you like the clickiness, if you like the flippers, if you like the idea of the tri-way, right? If you like fidget factor, go with Hinderer. If you're not so much concerned with that, go with the Chris Reeve. But you can't choose wrong. They're both great. Go with an Nkosi or an Umnumzon, honestly, if you're going to go with Chris Reeve. I just really, the Sebenza 31 and the Sebenza line in general, I'm just not into it. They're great, not my thing. I love the Nkosi, love the Umnumzon, not a big Sebenza fan. Great knife, though. I gave it a great review because it is a good tool. What time is it? Oh my gosh, we're well over an hour, guys. Oh my gosh. All right. What's a request? What does somebody want to see or hear? Want to hear me say something, right? I'll do one more weird thing, I guess, before the live stream ends. Block Shooter, thanks for the donation. Have you thought about looking at any of the new SOGs? They seem to be making less sucky ones lately. They certainly have. I think I will. I think I will highlight some more SOGs in the future. Ricardo Vasquez, Sage Maximate or Para 3 Maximate? I don't know if I want to answer that. I don't know if I want to answer that because it's part of my series. I have spent much more time with the Para 3. That's my EDC. So based on that, just by default, I have to go Para 3 because I have much more experience with it. Are those my actual thoughts in every hypothetical circumstance? I don't know. You guys are going to have to wait to see the end of the series that I do on Sunday. The very best EDC folding knife, which there is a playlist for if you need to catch up. What's the dark blue knife on the table? Wait. This? Nick Y. Is this what you're asking about? Are you asking about that one? Just give me a yes or a thumbs up if that's what you're asking about. Because I'd love to talk about it. That is my brand new Hinderer XM24 Harpoon Spanto, which I just bumped against the Dark Horse. Sorry about that, guy. I'm past the point of caring if my own personal knives touch. I just don't care. Yeah, this is my new Hinderer, the one that was being teased in the title card or in the thumbnail. Knife Center exclusive, American made, CPM 20 CV steel, very thick, very robust. $600. Is it worth it? It sure is to me. I think it will be to most Hinderer fans, but it is expensive. It is beautiful though. Is this where I bid on the 80/20? No, you're not getting that. We just wait. Not much longer, and they're probably gonna come in small waves, and they're gonna be there, and then they're gonna be sold out, and they're gonna be there, and they're sold out. But I think at some point, we'll all be able to somewhat reasonably easily get our hands on 80/20s. I hope. It weighs 7.8 ounces, and it will weigh more if I ever get a titanium scale for it. I don't care about the weight on that guy. Don't care. Not that he's saying like that I should. I'm just saying. Say shabam. Shabam! Like I did in the Instagram thing. Okay, that's the last weird thing I'm doing. I need to stop. Guys, that's going to be pretty much it for the live stream tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for hanging out. This was fun. I will do it again next weekend. The Chiefs play in the Super Bowl tomorrow. So if your team, if you're rooting for the Chiefs, great. If your team's not in the Super Bowl, go for the Chiefs. You guys, I'm sure you know by default, I'm from Kansas. I'm going to root for the Chiefs. We won last year. Really hoping we can repeat. That'll be freaking crazy. So, yeah. I really hope that works out. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye.